2-0 yesterday, and I get the 5-6-0 games they won in between that too. You know, so they can do it every which way now, which is really comforting, especially this time of year. Crazy stat from Saturday too, was the first time in Blue Jays history that they hit a grand slam at Yankee Stadium, and Justin Smoke delivered that one too on Saturday. And it's funny, every time Josh Donaldson does something great, and that's pretty much every game, everybody is just torching Billy B. They're all over him like a dirty shirt on Twitter for making that deal. And there was some fans at the beginning of the season, especially when Kendall Graveman had a few good starts put together, and Brett Lawrence had a pretty nice season in Oakland. Oh, they should have made this great. Yeah, like you. I mean, you were down on Kendall Graveman. And here's the other thing. What do you ask people? I think Donaldson torn can take one. I was like the captain of that bandwagon. You were like, you did one of these Kendall Graveman. I don't know about that. But then Kendall Graveman will find out what he's got because he finished tomorrow night against Drew Hutchison. The baby Jesus is crying right now because you're lying. You're lying. And you're lying. And then tears are streaming down. You're a liar. You're a liar. So, and then here's the other thing. Noah Syndergaard got lit up for 5 runs the other day too. R.A. Digley, he's got an ERA of under 1 in his last 5 starts. So you can eat that one too. Doesn't matter anyway. Josh Donaldson's solo home run right here. Just listen to it, enjoy it, and love it. It's top of the first right here on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here it is.
Kobe Ellsbury running to the track, the wall, jumps there, she goes.
Let's get it
He's done it again.
Redo.
Deep drive center field, backcourt Jacoby Ellsbury running to the track, the wall, jumps there, she goes. He's done it again. Josh Donaldson's 31st. He circles the bases. He put the Blue Jays in flight here in New York, leading 1-0. And guess what? He did that Friday night here on the way to a Blue Jays 2-1 win.
And that held up too, and that is his 6th home run in 9 games, kids. 6 home runs in 9 games. Yeah, right, February.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. It's ridiculous. And now the MVP talk, it's truly legitimate.
Yeah.
Right? Now the Jays have passed the Angels in the standings. If the Jays finish with a higher record than the Angels,
61 wins. Huge shout out to trying to move these young men out of office for pulling off every deal out of his rear end. You got Deer Price from Detroit. You got Ben Revere from Philly. You got Mark Rowe. You got Troy Tuloski and Trey Hawkins from Colorado from Jose Reyes. This team, in my mind, I've already said this before, since last week's baseball trades deadline. I'm like, this team, if you can keep it up, this team to go all the way to the World Series. You can book it.
I think Donaldson has a great case to be MVP. What he's doing is just
Yeah, Josh Donaldson. Also, they also just acquired another shortstop, Cliff Payton from Arizona Diamondbacks. This team, in my mind, is going to go all the way. All the way. They got all the pieces to go. They upgrade their pitching staff. Because I think their pitching staff since training camp has been stellar. But once you add like a Dave Price, it's just like, wow. This is the second start on the weekend.
Ridiculous batting average, 297. Ridiculous. 31 home runs down the year, 83 RBIs.
What's Hall of Baseball. 22 of those home runs, by the way. May I add just a little more pepper to your statistics there, Mr. Pepper? 22 of those 31 home runs have either tied the game or have given the Jays the lead in the game. And he's only 2 dingers behind Nelson Cruz and Mike Trout for the Major League lead. And by the way, Josh Donaldson leads all in baseball in runs scored, which is crazy at 82. And Ribby's too, does he not? 83. Yeah. And again, now it was a huge gap slam dunk Mike Trout, but if the Blue Jays win the division, and Josh Donaldson, who will be a big part of that, he's right there in the MVP conversation. Well, yeah, especially if the Angels kind of continue to falter, which they have over the past month and a half, I think, too. Yeah, right there.
Trout, his stats, 302 average, so Donaldson's barely behind him. 33 home runs, 69 RBIs, but ridiculous on-base percentage of .394 for Trout.
And the defense, too, that Josh Donaldson's bringing. And the defense all weekend was fantastic again. And we're glossing over that. Right. But the Smoke was terrific, too. He played some great first base in the game. He hit that big salami the other day, and then Edwin got the day off, so he got a chance. And he played a great first base yesterday again, knocking the ball down at first. And I can't remember what inning it was, but you don't realize all the pieces that have to come together because you think, oh, we've got a couple of guys who can hit home runs. Yeah, but no, you've got guys that can play like Ben Revere patrolling on field, who's maybe the best defensive left fielder in the game. Then you got Kevin Pillar. We all know what he's done. The highlight reel. The arm of Bautista has it right. The best left side of the infield in baseball as well. And the only question mark is so the Jays trade for this dude named Cliff Pennington. His parents own that big and tall lady store, Pennington's. Oh, really? No. Anyway, so they trade for this Cliff Pennington guy, who's a utility guy, great defender. What's going on with Devin Travis? Can you imagine if Devin Travis is healthy in this lineup? But then you ask yourself, is it long term because it's the same injury he had before? And then they're not saying boo. Well, you talk about injuries. Look, yesterday, they play a critical game in New York to sweep the series. They give Russell Martin the day off and Edwin. Yeah. So you're missing 2 of those key guys in your lineup, and you still pull out a victory because you have so much depth within the lineup. I feel bad for Cap.
It's almost like pick your poison. You look at 1 through 9 through Blue Jays batting order: Pennington, Donaldson, Tulowitzki, Bautista, Donaldson, Navarro. It's all just like pick your poison. But definitely, this is a team that's going to go all the way. I don't see another baseball team in the standing that can catch up to the Jays. This team is scary. Like, if they can keep up, I don't see them like going into Oakland and lose. And if they lose to Oakland this coming week, I might be jinxing it, but they keep the wave going. Like about 64 wins this year, and they face the Yankees again. And like, we beat this team already.
Osaki too, because his turn of that double play on Friday night, I believe in the bottom of the 9th, and a huge spot. He contributed and kind of